I am going to do a hypnosis for moving forward. And I'm hoping there's not too much background noise. I do have a timestamp down below so that if you want to jump right to the hypnosis, you can. But I am going to do a little bit of chatting and visiting with you for those of you who want to share what's going on with you and give you a little bit of personal attention time. So to start with, I'm going to say that this hypnosis is on moving forward, and I usually pick a topic that is something I'm needing to work on or work through. And post-quarantine, I think a lot of people, and some people are still in quarantine, so I want to acknowledge that. There's an element of feeling stuck either way for many of us. And I've had a hard time figuring out how to move forward. I'm in the middle of moving again. I feel like that's been a theme this last few years of my life that I'm not enjoying. I'm getting a little tired from it. But and finding a career where I can settle in and feel like I can sustain myself. It's been a challenge. So this last few years especially. So I kind of have been thinking about it a little bit and what kinds of things are holding me back. And there's been, some of it's been, I've got an aging father and I'm cherishing my time with him and cutting back on some of my work time to be able to spend time with him, and it's been incredible. Got some family trauma going on with some physical stuff with family members that has been difficult. And so we all have our stuff. And I always want to focus on things that are going well too and things that are gifts. And I will encourage you to share as well both of those things. So the gifts, I think a lot of us learned to do things differently and that we could do things differently and learned how to streamline what we have and what we do to make the most out of the least. And I have been amazed at what I've been gifted with. And I got to go to an incredible concert last night that I was just treated to that I wouldn't have been able to make happen on my own and on my budget. But a dear friend was like, hey, I'm going with my kids. Do you want to come? And it was an incredible evening. And it was a bunch of musicians who write songs and have written a lot of famous songs, but they themselves aren't famous. So these three writers sitting and singing their own songs and telling their stories, and it was beautiful. What a gift. I got to kayak this summer for the first time. Both with a friend and with a former student/friend. So I've really had some beautiful opportunities in the middle of what I experience as struggle. And can't deny that I feel like some really great things have been coming to me. So while I sometimes don't feel like life is moving the way I want it to, or as quickly as I want it to in certain directions, other wonderful gifts, blessings, opportunities have really flown to me, and it's been beautiful. So I would love to hear from you first, maybe some of the challenges that you've been going through, and then I'll switch over and have you tell me some of the gifts that you have been experiencing. So go right ahead, and I'm going to listen to some of the challenges. Just start telling me whenever you feel like it. Okay. Just know if you need to spend some more time to process that, please feel free to pause or rewind. And as always, I'd love to be here for you through that. So feel free to take that back so you can share a little bit more. And now we're going to shift to some things that maybe have been some nice surprises or some positive things that are also going on. Sometimes you have to look harder to find them, but they're always there. So go ahead and tell me the things that you have discovered or are discovering about yourself or life that have been positive. Nice. Okay. Hopefully, even more ideas are triggered. Sometimes when I start going into gratitude, it starts, unrolling, and it's like, oh, this is great. Things are going really, actually, there's a lot of beauty here, and I really have had a lot of gifts. So hopefully, along with some of the tough stuff, there's some beautiful stuff unfolding too. And thank you for sharing. And again, rewind if you'd like to. Now I'm going to start on the hypnosis. So I will play with my hands for those of you that find that is relaxing. And you can always just close your eyes if it's distracting and just let yourself relax and go into a nice state of relaxation and hypnosis. And we're going to start with a countdown from 10 to 0. And you're just going to let yourself get comfortable if you'd like, and find a place where you can be still for a moment and check in with the body and settle in a little moment. And for the count of 10, just be present and notice where you are. You don't have to be in any deep state of relaxation yet. Just feel where you are. Good. And now we're going to drop down to the count of 9. Good. And feeling the body getting just a little bit heavier, the skin sinking down, the organs settling in as we move from 9 to 8. And resting into the count of 8, feeling the body softening just that little bit more. Feeling even the bones start to feel a little bit of elasticity and relaxation. And maybe they stretch and move a little bit with the breath, softening. Moving from 8 to 7. Noticing any areas of tension or holding patterns. Giving permission for those areas to soften and to move and rest from 7 to 6. Good. And feeling tension and worry and stress and struggle releasing from the body, giving it permission to just move away for a bit. As the mind softens from 6 down to 5. Excellent. And feeling the support of the planet beneath you and the universe above you just holding you and folding you in a feeling of love and warmth as you relax and soften from 5 down to 4. finding even more places where the body can let go. And the mind can soften even more. Moving from 4 to 3. Good. And the body gets a little heavier and softer and even more relaxed as you move from 3 down to 2. And giving yourself full permission to move from 2 to 1. Relaxing even more. Feeling the scalp soften, feeling your hair just kind of melting, the body melting into a completely relaxed state where you feel free to completely let go. And the number 0 or the shape of 0 is surrounding you for a moment, creating a ring of protection around you. And you feel yourself just drop right through that 0 into an open space that is whatever color or lack of color or shape or feeling or existence that helps you feel most comfortable and safe. It's safe for me to move forward with my life. New ideas are coming to me that help me find forward motion and forward movement. I have new ideas for careers and connections and maybe gatherings. New ideas come to me each day that feel good and that encourage me to move forward. I'm noticing that I'm surrounded by ideas and people that encourage forward motion, that help me feel unstuck, that help me feel and notice that I really am moving forward. And with every breath that I take, an opportunity for newness and refreshment come through me. I invite new ideas and movement forward in with each breath I take. Sometimes it feels like I'm moving backward, but if I just turn around and face the other direction, I can see there's a path. There's a path that I just wasn't noticing. And I've been on it. And I've been moving forward. And I can turn around and see that there is a golden path before me that leads to forward movement, upward movement, positive change, positive relationships and experiences with people, even better experiences with my job, and new opportunities to consider. I'm noticing them even more now. Every day I experience opportunities for new growth And I recognize opportunities that I just didn't see before that were right in front of me. Some of the things that I perceived as being obstacles and detours, I'm now noticing were part of my path. And they brought little gifts with them that I just couldn't see in the moment. But I'm seeing it now as I move gently forward. My forward motion is easy, it's safe, it's comfortable, and it moves at the perfect pace for me. And I can see that now. I can see that my life is unfolding beautifully. I can see that there's always movement forward. That I'm always progressing and achieving things, even when people around me can't see it. Even when there's moments when it seems like nobody's acknowledging how much I've grown, how much I've changed. I see it. I recognize it in myself. And I congratulate myself for surviving so beautifully the challenges that come my way, and for finding new ways to move forward, positive ways to explore, to grow. And I'm starting to see that I'm surrounded by people who support my success and my growth. I'm noticing them more. And I'm finding even new people who come into my life who are positive and who I trust and who support me and my growth and who recognize it and acknowledge it. And most importantly, I acknowledge it. I acknowledge my growth and my progress. And sometimes it looks different to other people than it does to me. And I understand that they're on their path. And that sometimes others project what they think is success and growth and positive movement forward. Sometimes they project that onto me. But I'm beginning to see with a clear eye and with a clear focus my own path forward. And the movement that I have made that's positive. And I recognize forward movement in others, and I offer support to them. I'm a voice of positive support. I feel free and safe, letting go of thoughts and thought patterns that make me feel like I'm stuck, that make me believe that I'm stuck. I release those. I let those go. Release them into the ethers and into the universe to be recycled into positive thought. And I allow positive thought in. Positive ideas. Beautiful movement forward. I support myself and acknowledge my forward movement. And as I do so, more clarity and forward movement come to me. More ideas come to me. I feel hopeful about my future. I relax. I relax. I relax. And I allow opportunities to flow to me that I feel comfortable and safe with, and that I embrace and move forward with. My life is beautiful and perfect just the way it is. And I notice how beautiful it is and wonderful it is every day. And now at this time, I'm going to become aware of my body in this environment. And moving from the count of 1 to 3, you'll now become aware of the environment that you're in and the physical body that you are blessed with at this time. Feeling a little tingling sensation in all of your cells, waking up, motivated and ready. Looking forward to life and the movement forward. Moving from 1 to 2. As you move from 2, feeling fingers and toes wiggling. Noticing your breath a little bit more. Feeling the space you're in, the clothes on your skin, the skin on your body, just kind of feeling present. And moving from 2 to 3 to total consciousness. And in this state of total consciousness, you can choose to relax and go to sleep, knowing that in the morning you will be energized and ready to recognize the forward movement in your life and to take steps to move forward in positive directions. And if you're listening to this in the morning, feel free to take a wonderful, refreshing breath and go forward with your day. Thanks for stopping by.